Welcome to Daily English Conversations. In today's lesson, we are analyzing a sophisticated professional negotiation, how to propose a flexible or hybrid work schedule to your manager. This script is designed for C1 level advanced learners, focusing on diplomatic persuasion, addressing institutional concerns, and providing structured professional reasoning. Let's begin. Hi, Sarah. Thank you for scheduling this meeting with me today. I know your calendar is packed, so I truly appreciate you making the time.
Hi, Mark. It is no problem at all. I always prioritize one-on-one sessions with team members. In your email, you mentioned wanting to discuss some structural adjustments to your current working arrangement. What specific ideas did you want to discuss?
I have been reviewing my performance metrics, deep work requirements, and overall productivity patterns over the past year. Based on this analysis, I would like to propose a transition to a hybrid work schedule. Specifically, I am proposing that I work remotely on Tuesdays and Thursdays, while continuing to work from the office on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
I see. Hybrid arrangements have certainly become more prevalent across our industry. However, our department is highly collaborative, and we often rely on spontaneous brainstorming sessions and immediate face-to-face feedback. How do you plan to maintain that level of synergy and responsiveness if you are not physically present in the office 2 days a week?
That is an entirely valid concern, Sarah, and I have given it considerable thought. I want to reassure you that team synergy and communication are my top priorities. I have formulated a comprehensive plan to ensure that my accessibility remains seamless and that our collaborative workflow is not disrupted in the slightest. Let me walk you through the details of how we can manage this transition. To address the communication aspect, I intend to establish clear core hours of availability when I am working remotely. These core hours will align precisely with our standard office hours, from 9 to 5. During these hours, I will be fully reachable and active on our instant messaging platforms, email, and video channels.
Availability is a good starting point, but active collaboration involves more than just being online. How will this schedule affect our scheduled team meetings, brainstorming sessions, and weekly client updates?
I have reviewed our current calendar, and I propose that we anchor all major collaborative sessions, client-facing meetings, and team briefings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. This ensures I am physically present for all crucial face-to-face interactions. For any unexpected, urgent collaborative needs that arise on Tuesdays or Thursdays, I will be fully prepared to join via a high-definition video link immediately. Furthermore, I will send a concise daily digest summarizing my progress at the end of each remote day.
That sounds like a solid communication protocol. However, I want to make sure that the team does not feel a lag in communication. When a team member needs a quick answer, a delay can slow down the entire project.
I completely agree. To prevent any bottlenecks, I commit to a maximum response time of 15 minutes for urgent messages and 1 hour for standard emails on my remote days. By maintaining this rapid turnaround, we can guarantee that our projects keep moving forward without any lag whatsoever. Now, let's talk about the impact on my individual productivity. As you know, a significant portion of my role requires deep, uninterrupted focus, particularly during tasks like financial forecasting, market analysis, and preparing detailed client reports. In an open office environment, frequent interruptions can break my concentration and extend the time needed to complete these complex tasks.
That is true. The office can get quite loud and busy, especially when multiple projects are happening at the same time. How exactly will working from home improve your deep work output?
By working remotely on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I can eliminate the daily commute and shield myself from typical office distractions. This will allow me to dedicate long, uninterrupted blocks of time to high-complexity projects. I am confident that this quiet environment will allow me to deliver higher-quality analyses much faster. Essentially, the office days will be for team alignment, and the remote days will be for execution.
I can see the potential benefit of that structure. But as your manager, I need a clear way to measure this. How will we track your productivity to ensure that there is no drop in performance?
I propose that we utilize our existing project management software to establish clear deliverables and milestones for each remote day. We can define specific, measurable key performance indicators, or KPIs, for my tasks. This way, my performance will be evaluated based on actual results and output, rather than just physical presence in the office. To minimize any risk or uncertainty for the department, I suggest we implement a structured trial period. We could test this hybrid arrangement for a period of 6 weeks. During this trial, we can evaluate my productivity weekly against the agreed-upon KPIs and review how the communication protocols are working.
A trial period is a very reasonable approach. It gives us a chance to test the waters without making a permanent commitment. But what happens if an urgent in-person client meeting is scheduled on a Tuesday or Thursday?
In that scenario, I will remain fully flexible. Client needs and critical in-person meetings will always take precedence. If a physical presence is required, I will gladly adjust my schedule and come into the office. The hybrid arrangement is a guideline, not a rigid constraint.
I appreciate that flexibility, Mark. It is essential that we can count on you during critical moments. Another concern I have is team equity. If I approve this for you, other team members might expect the same treatment. How do you suggest I handle that?
That is a fair point, Sarah. However, I believe each request should be evaluated individually based on the specific responsibilities of the role and the employee's performance history. My role is heavily analytical, which lends itself well to remote work. Furthermore, my trial period could serve as a valuable pilot study. We can gather data on how this setup affects department workflows and use it to inform future decisions.
I like the idea of using this as a pilot study. It turns a single request into a learning opportunity for the department. Let me review your written proposal and consult with HR to ensure we align with company guidelines. I will get back to you with a decision by Friday.
Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate your open-mindedness and your constructive feedback. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on Friday. That was a highly professional demonstration of a C1 level business negotiation. Let's summarize the key vocabulary and phrases used in this dialogue to help our advanced learners practice.
That is an excellent idea. The first key term is hybrid work schedule. This refers to a working arrangement where an employee splits their time between working in the office and working remotely.
Correct. The second phrase is core hours, which are the designated hours of the day when all employees must be available for meetings and communication.
Next, we use the term trial period. This is a temporary testing phase to see if a new arrangement works successfully before making it permanent.
We also heard the phrase, take precedence. This means to have priority or be considered more important than other things.
And finally, a pilot study. This is a small-scale experimental project conducted to evaluate feasibility, time, cost, and adverse events before a full-scale launch.
These terms are extremely useful for any professional who wants to negotiate effectively in English. Thank you for watching Daily English Conversations.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, subscribing to Daily English Conversations helps us create more high-quality, educational content for you.
Good luck with your professional negotiations. We will see you in the next lesson.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.